94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. What did you send me here? I got this the other day. Hey, Romeo, do you think you can help me out with a situation? Thank you. So family has always been everything to me. My siblings, I would drop anything and everything for them, especially my older brother, because he's been there through everything in my life. My older brother lives a double life. He has a family of his own, wife and children. Then he has a girlfriend, which they don't know about each other because he told us to keep quiet. Romeo, I don't feel right about the situation. Like I'm already disappointed in my older brother's actions. I want to keep a relationship with my older brother. How can I do that while still being able to come clean to my sister-in-law? Would I be able to salvage our relationship if I come clean? Absolutely not. I mean, there's no way your older brother's he's gonna think you sold him out. You're gonna be the worst person in the world. I mean, how could you turn on your family? Blood is thicker than water, no matter how much of a dirtbag he is. Oh, yeah, I don't think that's possible. The problem is these, and I'm gonna call your brother a dirtbag because he's a cheater. And you guys know I don't like cheaters. I think they're a bunch of, I think they deserve the worst. But it's, how do I put this? What's sadder about the situation is that everybody knows. Or are you the only one that knows? If you know, other people know. And so your poor sister-in-law is just living life like everything's amazing for her. Everything's great for her. She's got a great husband, great kids, and this dirtbag's over her doing her dirty without her knowing. She's not in on the joke, so to speak. He's and that's what's pathetic. So you got to make a moral decision for yourself, how you feel about your life. You're not doing anything wrong. Your brother is. He's the jackass, okay? So you got to figure out how you feel about you, not about him. It's about you, okay? If you really care for your sister-in-law, yeah. What do you think's more important? This is where it always gets dicey because people always say, well, blood's thicker than water, Rome. You got to stand behind family. Do I really? Do I really have to stand behind a family member that I completely disagree with how they live their life? And they put me in a position to where I have to feel bad about somebody that may treat me better than that family member? No, you guys are idiots. If you believe blood is thicker than water, you're an absolute moron. Loyalty, respect is thicker than all of it. So you might have a sister-in-law here that's an amazing person to you and a dirtbag of a brother who's put you in a very difficult position and is just basically taking advantage of you being a family member. So that's all I can say about that. Do I think if you tell your sister-in-law he'll want to be around you? No. But why would you want to be around a dirtbag like that? Why would you want to be around somebody like that? Brother or not? RD4254 7 to 7. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. A lady texted me. She said that she's got a situation. I guess she loves her siblings to death, but her oldest brother apparently is a cheater. Apparently he's got a wife and kids, and he's cheating on her sister-in-law got a girlfriend, and she feels bad. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't want to lose the relationship with her brother, but she feels the sister-in-law needs to be told. Good morning, y'all. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rom?
Hey, Ruben. What's going on, man?
Man, that thing could go all kinds of crazy ways with that question they're hitting you up on. I mean, obviously he's gonna lose the relationship if he turns the brother on. You know what I mean? Turns him in. The brother's gonna be mad, and I mean, also the brother could come off and wondering if he starts liking his old lady because he's sticking up for her. You know what I mean? He's gonna be like, "What? You like my girl?" You know what I mean? It could create a gang of problems.
No, it's his sister.
Yeah, it's his sister-in-law. He said, not his sister.
No, it's his sister her brother is the one that's cheating.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the two brothers and he's sticking up for the sister-in-law.
No, it's It's my siblings don't drop anything. It's a woman who's saying her brother is cheating and she wants to stand up for her sister-in-law.
Oh, but either way, no, so he ain't gonna do that. But either way, it's gonna be hard because you know how they're gonna be like, hey, but I'm your brother. How could you do that to me? You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to be in that situation. You know what I mean? It's really hard because he is a dirtbag for what he's doing.
It's not hard if you're a good person and you have morals and ethics in your life and you care about other people's feelings.
How about this? She don't say. She just leaves a note on his car and says, or her car and says, hey, so and so's cheating on you.
Maybe.
Stay out of it. You know what I mean? Don't ever get involved. Just leave a note or something so you're not in the middle of it. You'd be like, what? What happened? Somebody snitched on you? You know what I mean?
Play dumb.
I mean, if you want to stay with both relationships, you know what I mean? You love them both, but that's kind of hard, dude.
I get it. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard for people who don't have morals and ethics when it comes to certain things. I mean, I wouldn't snitch on you for knocking over a liquor store, Ruben, but I'd snitch on you for cheating on your wife.
I know you would. That's why my girl don't get mad when we kick it. She knows that we keep it real. she knows our whole crew keeps it real. You know what I mean? Rome. We had a buddy like that. We had a party here, and he cheated on his old lady. And I told him, I said, hey, bro, you're not welcome here anymore. And I told him, I said, but let me tell you, if the old lady ever runs into your old lady and she asks why you're not welcome at her house, she's gonna tell her why. You know what I mean? He's like, nah, Ruben. I say, hey, I ain't get in the middle of that. That's my wife talking.
Exactly.
Bro. I don't want her thinking like I'm part of that because it's not cool.
Yeah. All right, Ruben.
So,
all right, brother.
All right, Ruben.
Later. I mean, that's the dilemma, though. I mean, that's where it comes in. I believe it's a her. Yeah. So her brother is a dirtbag, and he's a cheater, and he's a liar, and he's disrespecting his wife and his kids. And she wants to stand up for her sister-in-law without losing the relationship with her brother. Well, that's not possible. You have to do what's best for... I always think you do what's best for you. But you should be doing what's best for your sister-in-law because she's getting played like a fool, doesn't even know it. Or maybe she does know it. How do you know maybe she knows it? I mean, I don't see, It's complicated. RD4254 7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 4.1. Hot 4.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So this she sent me a text message saying that apparently her oldest brother, who she likes and admires, has been there her whole life, would do anything for her. He's cheating on his wife and kids. She didn't know what to do. Good morning. What's going on?
Man, Romeo, it sounds like Rubens did that old drop a note on somebody before.
He probably has.
You know, Raider Dave's advice, she shouldn't say nothing. That's her brother. Even though she doesn't agree, morals and all, she just needs to turn the other cheek because what's going to happen is she's going to break that relationship up. She's going to move on, find somebody else, and she's still going to have to deal with her brother for the rest of her life.
Why would you have to deal with your brother for the rest of your life if he's a dirt? But he's the one in the wrong. You guys are all just validating bad behavior and saying that you need to just overlook it because what?
That's the problem with society is we make other people's business our business. We just need to mind our own business, do what we do, and it'll fall apart. If it's meant to be, it's going to make it. If not, it'll fall apart. But you can't step in and intervene and say, oh, I'm going to drop a note because that's doing too much.
Okay. All right, Raider Dave.
All right.
I'm going to tell all of you guys right now, Raider Dave included, you guys are dirtbags. You guys are all a bunch of sleazeballs who either have no morals and ethics or feelings for somebody. Cheating on somebody, especially a wife with children, has got to be one of the worst possible things you can do to the person that you supposedly love. And to your children. You think that's okay? You think that's okay to just let go? Until, when she finds out about it, then it'll all problem solved. The sister, anybody who knows about it shouldn't say anything. Problem solved. You guys you're really pathetic, despicable human beings. That is not a joke. That is not being comical. You people are despicable human beings to let that happen to somebody, especially if you know about it. Especially if that person is for all we know, the sister-in-law is an amazing person who loves and takes care of her family. And she's being treated like a piece of garbage because this clown's out here cheating on her. and you think that everybody that knows about it should just let it go. Mind your business. Okay. All right, 842-547-7, Rome. Why can't people just mind their business? Let the brother live his life. Yeah, you guys are dirt bags too. It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So I got this text message. Someone's in a bad position. I guess she says she really loves her siblings. She would do anything for them. But apparently her oldest brother has been living a double life. He has a family. He also has a girlfriend. Romeo, I don't feel right about the situation. Like, I'm really disappointed in my older brother's actions. I want to keep a relationship with my older brother. How can I do that while still, by still being able to come clean to my sister-in-law? Well, you can't, I don't think, unless your older brother realizes what he did was wrong. I mean, I'm going to tell you like this. Even if you tell on your older brother for being a dirtbag, then he still has to apologize to you. The relationship has to rebuild because he's the one doing dirt. You're not doing anything wrong. He's the one. It's funny how all these people nowadays, it's just like Raider Dave and saying people need to mind their business, What about these people? And how do you know, by the way? How has he put you in that position? You know what I'm saying? But all these people nowadays, you talk about minding your business. How about you guys stop doing dirt and then playing victim when you get caught? You're the problem. When it's like they always say in the NFL, the second guy gets the penalty. Well, the first guy is not the victim. The first guy is the one who started it. So your brother started it, and then he's going to play victim and cry foul if you tell the sister-in-law. No, he's still the dirtbag. He's not the victim. So I'm going to tell you what's worse in society is not people not minding their own business, and I'll tell you why. Because you people put your business out there on social media like it's a television show, and then you get mad when somebody pays attention. And you get mad when somebody tells you they don't like what you're doing. Well, mind your business. Well, keep your business private like people used to. Once you put your business out there and it's not private anymore, you're open to whatever the hell anybody wants to say about you because you put it out there. You are not the victim. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, you know what, Rome? That's hard. It's hard out here being a pimp. Well, it's hard till you get caught. RD42547-7. Yo, Rome, what if the wife forgives the husband and then she's going to leave her relationship with her brother and sister-in-law? Well, you might be right. There's always that possibility that you tell the person you're being cheated on and they side with the person that's cheating on them. But you know what? It's better to know who those people really are inside. It's better to know the truth than to live a fake-ass life with a dirtbag husband and a sister-in-law that doesn't care. They deserve each other. If that's the case, I'm not saying that's the case. If that's the case, they deserve each other, and you're better off without them. That's the problem. You people don't realize you're better off with some people out of your life. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD42547-7. So a lady texted me and she said she has a dilemma right with her brother. Apparently her older brother's been cheating on his family with, he's got a girlfriend, right? She said she loves her older brother, doesn't want to ruin the relationship with him, but she doesn't want to, she thinks the sister-in-law should know, right? Doesn't know what to do about it. Well, I don't know. You're going to have to take the shot, I guess. But what did my boy send me? Hold on. What did this fool send me? He said, you can't contradict yourself. If you're going to tell on somebody for cheating, you have to tell on someone that robbed the liquor store. No, I don't. Why? Why do I have to snitch on you for robbing a liquor store? I don't care if you robbed a liquor store. I care if you're cheating on somebody, though, because I think that's despicable. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Don. What's going on?
Good morning, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. What's up?
So here's the thing. If you look at it, sometimes you got these females that probably even know about it, and then you have this, like, let's say the sister goes over there and says something, right, and then she turns out and like, well, mind your business, I already knew about it, type deal.
Sure, I get that.
So, and then she's the bad person when she really tried to help.
I understand that, but I understand what you're saying. I get it. That happens all the time. From my perspective, though, in my life, if you're going to sit there and treat me like that, I don't need you in my life. Now I just know who you are, and I don't have to deal with you anymore.
Right.
That's my only point about that. But a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of people aren't secure like me in their lives. A lot of people are insecure. So I get it. I get what you're talking about. Absolutely.
Because I've seen couples where, because I've been part of that I try to help somebody, and then I end up being the bad person because they like, oh, I don't want to talk to you no more.
Yeah, but you're not the bad person, and you should be able to look at yourself in the mirror and go, they're wrong, not me.
Oh, yeah, I
Okay.
do. I don't mind.
Okay.
That's just people that I don't need in my circle. They are gone.
All right, man. Perfect. Thanks for calling, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Later. And that's what I'm talking about. Do you want to know who you're involved with or not? Yo, Rome, Raider Dave sounds like his wife hits them, talking about everyone needs to mind their business. Yeah, I guess apparently right. I don't know what that meant. All right, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo, already for 254-7-7. Rome. She should have a conversation with him and give him an ultimatum that he has a conversation with his wife, or she'll have the conversation with his wife because it's not fair to her or the kids. I agree with you. 100%. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
What's going on, Rome? Chili Gilly.
What up, Gilly?
You know what, man? Even when I was eating menudo at La Villa, I was still reporting live to you.
Yeah, about Tomlin.
hey, I think you said, how the hell did he find out this so fast?
I know.
The ball boy Scotty calls me and says, Gilly, I can't talk long. They're forcing him out. I'm clearing out his desk right now.
Oh, that's hilarious, Gilly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tomlin.
I was eating menudo. Oh, and then I got one for you. It says on the deal, 5 top candidates that can replace the legend Mike Tomlin. I said, who's writing this article? The legend.
That guy. Have you ever heard anything bad about him, by the way, Gilly? He's a really a good guy, right?
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a really good guy. He does a lot of charity work and this and that. That doesn't do it for us as Steelers fans, man.
Well, he's not a great football coach, or I don't think he's a Hall of Fame football coach, but he'll get in the Hall of Fame. He'll get in the Hall of Fame for that night. What did he win? 19 winning seasons, right?
Well, yeah, and here's the deal is that you don't put Heinz Ward in there, but you got other receivers in there that are undeserving. You know?
Yeah.
There's some guys that haven't even won Super Bowls, and they have Heinz Ward has better numbers. It was because the way he played.
Yeah. Popularity contest, though. Popularity. That's how he became a legend. The popularity contest made Tomlin a legend.
Yep.
Because he hasn't accomplished really anything.
Nope. I don't want Heckle. I don't want Heckle and Jekyll to call because
they will.
And then you get 2 guys that can hardly speak English. He's wrong. He won a Super Bowl. And I had to explain, man.
That's hilarious,
I had to explain it.
All right, Gilly.
All right, later.
The thing about it is with Mike Tomlin is this. You're right. He won a Super Bowl, and he went to a Super Bowl. Okay, which is great. But the thing that they're hanging his hat on is the fact that he hasn't had a losing season. That means nothing. That shouldn't even be a thing. They had to create that thing for him to justify the fact that he can't win a Super Bowl. And you could say, oh, but he did win the Super Bowl. Well, he didn't build that team. That's like saying John Gruden won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. John Gruden, the Raiders did not. The Raiders handed John Gruden that Super Bowl. So it just, when you look at the reality of the situation, and the problem is, Tomlin's a great guy. Great guys should finish first, right? Even when their accomplishments are nowhere near what they should be in the NFL, which I don't have a problem with. I actually don't have a problem with Tomlin. He can go in the Hall of Fame. He can go into all this, but don't act like he's some great coach that he's going to go to another football team and make them a Super Bowl champion, because he's not. He hadn't done it yet. But I will tell you what's funny, though, is I did hear somebody say yesterday, well, he has to go to a team with a quarterback. As long as he has a quarterback, he'll be, he's going to be good. Well, isn't that true of every single head coach in the NFL? As long as you got a quarterback? R84254-7-7. It's out 94.1. Out 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Yo, bro, Raider Joe.
What up, Joe?
Hey, man, so I'm thinking with Tomlin, this is what I think.
Okay.
And I'm not I'm just a Raider fan. I thought he was a decent coach, and this is the reasons why. I'm going to give you examples.
Okay.
Okay, he only had Big Ben, right?
Yeah.
After that, because he makes the playoffs every year, so you can't really draft high.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he makes it, but he don't ever have a good enough. It's always a great defense, never a quarterback to get them through. He always got like mid or lower because they always say, "Oh, we just need a quarterback that's going to hold up the lead, or just hold us, just get 20 points and we can win." Right?
Yeah.
That's the story with them.
Okay.
And then they never. I see it as the owners, because the owners never made a big deal to get them a decent. They always get them a has-been. If you look at all the history, think about it. Who's been there besides Rodgers?
Now let me say this though, Joe. Could it be that Tomlin is so old that that's who he is now? He still believes in has-beens because he's not young and he doesn't understand the young rookies that are coming out and that he needs to deal with younger players?
Well, that's what I was trying to say. So I don't know if he's got that theory like Al Davis where they bring up older guys.
Yeah.
Or if it's the owner, because the owner, that's what Al used to do.
Gotcha.
So it's a money thing, and that's why I said you won't know until he leaves really how good he is. But I mean, it's really hard to draft a good QB when you're always leaving in the first round of playoffs.
Yeah, I get
you're kind of hurting yourself. You know what I mean?
Well,
so it's kind of hard to develop a QB. So that's the only thing I got with him. Other than that, they failed, and you do want to. He might be like John Fox.
Yeah.
Got him there all the time until you get a quarterback. I mean, another coach is going to take him to the next level, but they don't even have a QB there. So,
yeah, you're right.
You're right. They got, to me, it's like they got to lose next year or something, and they need to get a QB. To me, that's what's been hurting them in the last 15 years. I don't know if Chili will agree with me, or 20 years since Big Ben's been gone. Really, they haven't really had anybody.
No, you're right about that, but maybe, I don't know if that, you're right. Who is that on? You're right.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. That's why.
Because they brought in Wilson too, right?
Part that is.
They brought in Wilson too, didn't they?
Yeah, but has been again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So maybe that's Tom. I think Tomlin's just dated. I don't think that. And I don't think he's. I don't think his. Gosh, I feel so bad saying it.
And is John Harbaugh dated too?
No, I think John Harbaugh, and I think what happened with John Harbaugh is him and what's his name just stopped getting along. What's the quarterback's name?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. I think Harbaugh and Jackson had a falling out, and that's why he's gone. I don't think they would have gotten rid of Harbaugh if Jackson and him got along great. Because I don't, Harbaugh seems to know how to deal with younger players. He dealt with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, but they didn't get to there too. I mean,
yeah, but that's because Lamar Jackson. But I would say that was because Lamar Jackson's not that good of a quarterback. That's like I always said, Dak Prescott.
I'm with you on that. I just think that Lamar he's okay, but he's just big games. He just crushes.
Yeah, he does.
He tries too hard. I think.
He's just like Prescott. They're great quarterbacks when there's no pressure, when they're doing great and everything's on the road. But once the wheels start coming off, they don't know how to win a game.
So you think he's related to Tony Romo?
No. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo. Hey, it's Bang Bang Niner Gang, boy. What's up, son? Bang Bang Niner Gang.
Nothing's up. Except the Niners. Now, just because of that guy, I think the Niners are going to lose. All right, 84254-7-7. Seahawks are going to embarrass them like they did last time. Okay. RD42547-7. Yo, Rome, Raider Joe might be the only Raider fan in Bakersfield who actually knows football. Raider Joe knows football, so does Raider James knows football. But yeah, they're probably only the two Raider fans. Well, at least the two that call the show. I was going to say something about what Raider Joe just said. And you talk about how great these coaches are, right? Like Tomlin. He won a Super Bowl. People question whether it was legitimately his team, even though he was the head coach. Cowher may have created that team and handed him that Super Bowl on a platter. He did go to another Super Bowl, which he lost. But here's the question. And I'm just going to ask you this. You guys don't have to answer it if you want. You talk about the coach and the quarterback, right? The two most important things you need is, at least that's what they say, the two most important things you need is a coach and a quarterback. Which one's more important? Tom Brady proved that he was more important than Bill Belichick. So when you take the greatest quarterback and the greatest coach, so to speak, Tom Brady was more important, right? Because look where Tom Brady ended his career, and look where Bill Belichick ended his career. So I think that was proven that the quarterback was more. When has the coach ever been more important than the quarterback? When has a coach won a championship with a bad quarterback? I guess Tomlin's done it. That's why they say Tomlin's so great. He won all those regular season games without Ben Roethlisberger. That's what makes you great? Mediocrity? Because really that's what it is. Not winning a Super Bowl and getting into the playoffs is just mediocrity. At a certain point, it's just mediocrity if you get there every year, right? Or if you have a winning season every year, but you lose in the first round, that's just mediocrity. So maybe that's why he's great, because he took bad quarterbacks and made them mediocre. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, let me see my correspondent. Let me get my NFL correspondent here. He texted me. Just texted me inside info. Hey, Rome, he's going to be a sports analyst at one of the networks. Oh, Tomlin. He already has an offer. Haven't found out which one, but Gilly is on it. All right, Gilly. Well, let me know when you find out who's going to go work for. RD4254-7-7. What did Big Boy say here? Here's my only question to Raider Joe with the utmost respect. I like his analogy, but if that's the case, what happened to us Raiders? We've had how many first round picks and just squandered them? We owe how many coaches right now? Steelers coach was handed the steering wheel to a nice car, but it got old and became a classic. Time to restore it with a new driver and hope they don't have a lemon they're working on. Well, that's a good analogy right there, Good morning, Al. What's going on? That is a good analogy that you said right there, though, Big Boy. I mean, he got handed a beautiful brand new car and then he ran into the ground. It's not a classic anymore. I would say he ran that thing into the ground. He's that dude from the 80s still driving his Pontiac Fiero around, Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
What's going on, Rob? Chili Gilly.
What up, Gilly?
Raider Joe's very knowledgeable in this and that, but here's my deal with this, is that last year in the draft, instead of drafting Harmon, they could have gotten Jackson Dart.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? It would have been a decent acquisition. And then here's the deal with the other one. If you get a quarterback that hasn't done so good in a system, take, for instance, one that played for the Raiders, which was Rick Gannon, nobody will ever remember him playing with Kansas City.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Because he wasn't very good in that system. And then you put him in a system such as the Raiders had, and he flourished.
Okay.
And so that's the difference with that, know. And but here's the deal: is that you don't want a decent coach. You want one that produces Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Because me and you talked about this before. At the end of the day, you want your team to win a Super Bowl. You don't want to say, "Wow, we went to 4 in a row." Yeah. You know what I mean? Then you become a Buffalo Bills fan.
Exactly.
All right, my brother.
Later.
Love you, Brady Joe.
RD4254-7-7. It's on 94.1. On 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. RD4254-7-7. I do want to say one last thing about these, just these coaches in general, and Mike Tomlin specifically. Well, not specifically, but overall, there were so many Steeler fans calling for his job. He's got to go. He's got to go. They need to get fired. He needs to get fired. Sports fans do this all the time. These sports fans are awfully cavalier with these guys. This is their living. This is what they do for a living. How would you feel if every day, if you screwed up, not every day, but when you screw up, they fire you? Every time I open up the media, I open up a sports page after the weekend of football, there's always somebody asking for somebody because they got fired. I am not a huge Charlie Kirk. See, now I just made the same mistake that Stephen A. Smith did, and that's what I was going to bring up. Stephen A. Smith made a reference to a player with the last name Kirk and called him Charlie instead of whatever the guy's name is, right? Oh, I want him fired. And I'm not a huge Stephen A. Smith fan, but I don't have to be. He's doing just fine without me being a listener or watcher or whatever. He's doing fine. He don't need me in his audience, so I just don't. But the fact that he made that slip, people want him fired. And I think to myself, well, that's stupid. People make mistakes. People mess up. You can't fire somebody because they make a simple mistake like, Mike Tomlin calling a wrong play or not making the playoffs or losing in the first round. I mean, you don't just want... That's why it's kind of funny all these Steeler fans want him fired. How would you feel if somebody wanted you fired for, something you should not be fired for? Let me put it to you like that. It's amazing the things you see nowadays. Anyway, yeah, I think it's ridiculous that you guys ask for these guys to get fired because they make some sort of little mistake or they say the wrong name or they say something that you don't agree with. Well, okay. If you don't like it, don't watch it. It's that simple. You know what? It's funny when you avoid stuff that you don't care for, how it doesn't affect you. It's Romeo. It's on 94.1. On 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. All right, so I found out this the other day. I found it a couple of days ago and forgot to talk about it. It was MTV Video Music. MTV channel is gone. They took it off the air. I didn't go look for it. Somebody just told me it, that MTV is gone. That's kind of a big deal. Not for Gen Zs, not for millennials, but it's kind of a big deal for Gen X. It's kind of a big deal for people that grew up with MTV. MTV was, it's funny. You talk about the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, things like that. These kids everybody's addicted to it, right? Well, MTV was like that for the 80s and 90s. MTV was addictive like social media, like YouTube is today. The only difference is you didn't have it in the palm of your hand. When you weren't home, you could not watch it. But when you were home, you watched it. People used to revolve their schedule around MTV. You wouldn't run to the store if your Rock Block was coming on or Yo MTV Raps was coming on. You didn't go to the grocery store during that half-hour period. That was the other thing about MTV that is different than social media is it wasn't 24 hours of what you like. If you just liked R&B or if you just liked rap or you just like rock and roll or heavy metal or whatever, it wasn't 24 hours of that. So you could get a break from it when it came to MTV now. But just as much as every one of you moms and dads complain about your kids are always on TikTok, you were always on MTV. Unless you had to go somewhere. But you were always on and your favorite shows, your favorite music videos, when that new release was coming out, when they said the new videos coming out, you were there to watch it. Okay, you made sure that you were home. So it wasn't different. I mean, it was different in the accessibility that you had to it. right? But yeah, it was a big deal. MTV was a big deal. I was trying to think of what we used to watch Yo MTV Raps. Ed Lover, Yo MTV Raps. We used to watch, I think it was the Rock Block. I'm trying to think of all the different shows they had on MTV. Adam Curry. Trying to remember MTV. You guys remember MTV? What did you like about MTV? 842-547-7. You can sit here and try to lie or misremember all you want, moms and dads. But as much as your kids are addicted to their phones, and whether it be YouTube or social media, you were addicted to MTV. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Okay. So MTV apparently is off the air. Now, MTV was the equivalent to social media today, okay? The only difference was you didn't have it in your hand. You couldn't walk around with it all day. If in the 80s, if you could walk around with MTV in your hand, everybody would have, okay? It's the same thing. RD424-777. Hey, Rome. Yeah, heck yeah, everyone was addicted to MTV. Everyone watched MTV, and we all had our favorite shows. We all made sure we were home to be there. When the newest video was coming out, the latest Madonna or Michael Jackson, or pick your video that you wanted to see, when that was coming out, oh man, you were at home watching it. You were. Let's see here. I'm trying to think of all the favorite things about MTV. Heck yeah, Rome. This is slick. MTV should make a podcast. MTV should not make a podcast. MTV should have never stopped making videos. Videos were great. You know? Celebrity Deathmatch, Rome. That was my favorite on MTV. Yeah, MTV did The Real World. All these reality shows, MTV was the first reality show. We're going to put 7 people in a house and see what happens in the real world. You know, I think that's what it was. I can't remember. Hey, Rome, what about MTV Cribs, Rome? MTV Cribs. Wasn't, even later on, wasn't Pimp My Ride on MTV? I mean, MTV was mostly videos, but then once they started doing shows, I mean, they did some great shows. Yeah, MTV is a part of American history when it comes to media, you know, because it really was, I can't overstate this, it really was social media of its time. That's how, the only difference was you couldn't walk around with it. So you had to be home for what you wanted to see when it came on. RD424-777. What'd you like about MTV? It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So I found out MTV is off the air. That's what they told me. No more MTV. That's horrible. MTV was great. Oh my gosh. Spring Break, MTV Spring Break, MTV Comedy. The videos were awesome. Everybody had to make a good video. Yo MTV Raps. Like I said, Yo MTV Raps. Who was it? Ed Lover? Was Yo MTV Raps? I don't even think, I'm trying to remember. Mark Curry was the news guy, right? What's her name? What's her name? I can picture her voice. I can't think of her name right now, but MTV did it. RD4254777. Hey, good morning, Rome. Did they have a video deal back in the day when you can call and punch in the code and pick the video you wanted to listen to or watch? I think they did. Remember, didn't Carson Daly, was it Carson Daly? What did he do at MTV? Remember that? He had a show. Pauly Shore was huge on MTV. Total Request Live. Was that MTV? That might have been MTV. RD424-777. Heck yeah, Rome. Everybody was addicted to MTV. You were. People were addicted to MTV in the same way that you people are addicted to TikTok. Hey, Rome, MTV and BET was the thing. The music videos, the interviews, the drama with the artists, etc. Exactly. Oh, BET. BET's still on the air, though. But MTV was the original. And MTV was just... I mean, I can't even. Wasn't Beavis and Butthead on MTV? Is that where they started? I mean, MTV was legitimately in the same way that you guys believe TikTok represents the youth of America, or Instagram, or whatever these social medias represent the youth of America. MTV did that, and on the same scale. RD42547 and the videos were off the hook. I don't know why they ever changed. I have no idea why. MTV, instead of competing with YouTube or competing with Vivo, is it Vivo, whatever it is, competing, they should have, they just threw in the towel. But, you know, RD42547. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. You guys remember MTV? Well, MTV shut down, apparently. Apparently it's off the air. Somebody told me, and man, that's just, it's so sad what MTV was and what it turned into. I mean, they never should. If MTV, I believe, would have stayed the course of what they were, reaching the younger generation, they could have easily been successful. If I would have ran MTV, we'd be successful today. They'd be successful today because I never would have stopped with the videos. Okay? And you could have done, the shows were great. MTV was doing great shows, even by today's standards. They were doing good shows. Okay? All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
What's up? Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. Want to talk about, about MTV.
Oh, yeah. What's up? What do you got?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I think it's like off a jukebox. Y'all know anything about that?
A what?
The jukebox.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 106 in Park for sure was definitely one of them.
You said, I didn't know what a jukebox was.
Like a less explicit version of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 106 in Park and the ones you mentioned beforehand, for sure.
Wait, 106 in Park was on BET.
Was it?
Yeah, that was. I don't think 106 in Park was on. That was a great show. Great show, by the way. The videos, but I know that was on BET. That wasn't on MTV.
All right then. Well, yeah. Was Pimp My Car on MTV?
Yeah, Pimp My Ride was on MTV.
Oh, Pimp My Ride.
Yeah. You're right about that one, I believe. Yes. All right, thanks for calling.
All right.
I mean, there's nothing, but I agree. I mean, it's hard to get. You can get them confused, MTV and BET, because once BET hit, now you were just watching both. MTV and BET started to become an everyday thing. You check out this one, you check out that one. You just skip back and forth depending on what you're looking for at the moment, right? So yeah, the confusion's real easy to get to. RD42547-7. RD42. Wait, hold on. What did you text me here? Hey, Rome. Let's see. However, what does it say? Rome, I used to like watching TRL, Darla and the Real World. Yep, TRL. However, I read that MTV is shutting down. It's only shutting down the remaining global music part of it. Yeah, okay. I don't even know what that means, but okay. All right, it's Romeo outside 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. So MTV, I was told, shut down, right? But maybe it's only the music and not the TV shows? I don't know. Either way, MTV used to be great. Remember MTV? I do want to say this, though. And Big Boy, I love you, brother. And he just texted me all of the DJs, some of the DJs from MTV because he Googled it. Do you guys ever like having a conversation where you don't Google the answer? Where you're just trying to figure out with somebody else? I don't understand that. I still like having conversations where we don't know the answer. Me and my boy Arnold had one yesterday about Mike Tomlin when he won a Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. And we didn't know. We were just both had different ideas and trying to figure it out. You guys don't like, there's still something very good about not knowing the answer to something and sitting there with your buddy and not knowing what's true and what's not. Okay? Good morning, what's going on? I like trying to figure out who the DJs was, trying to remember. Yeah, what's up?
What up, Rome?
What up, buddy?
Hey, just like everything else, I feel like the new generations, they don't know what's cool anymore. All the stuff that they think is amazing and cool for their generation is trash. The cartoons, movies.
You can't necessarily say that, but I understand why you're saying it.
It's not cool anymore. Like, you know, like, to be honest, like Full House, like Family Matters, and all those shows back in the day when you wanted to feel like a fun, homey feeling and watch a funny show, you'd watch that. They don't have anything like that anymore.
Well, they still do. I mean, they still do. It's just that that's not the accessibility that kids today were raised on is different than what we were raised on. We were raised on a television. We were raised on a schedule. We were raised on a day part. They're raised on 24-hour access to whatever. If somebody put that stuff on YouTube, the sitcoms are only 19 minutes, 22 minutes without commercials. If somebody did something like that, you might be able to attract this younger generation and have exactly what you're talking about. The problem is nobody wants to compete. Everybody's thrown in the towel when it comes to that type of situation.
And then the other thing too, all the stuff from our generation, you can't watch it for free anymore. You have to pay literally for all the things we used to watch as kids.
Well, that's because we got more money now. That's really why. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But all right, man. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, take it easy.
The problem is this with you guys, and the problem that he's saying right now is you don't want to compete to win. You know, you're throwing in the towel and you're not competing. You know, MTV could still be around. MTV could still have a YouTube channel that is exactly like their television channel was, because MTV had great shows. MTV had videos. Okay. Your problem is how you're raised. It's not the kid's fault. Okay. It's not Gen Z's fault or the millennials' fault that they're addicted to YouTube. It's not their fault that they're addicted to TikTok. It's not their fault that that's where they go for their entertainment and their news. It's everybody else. It's the media's fault for not competing. It's the media's fault for throwing in the towel. Okay? This radio show still does very well. Okay? But it does very well in Bakersfield, because that's where I've always done a show in Bakersfield. Everybody says, oh, podcast. Okay, that's fine. Go listen to podcasts. There is enough. It's all about entertainment. It's all about what you find entertaining and where you go to get it. Okay? That's really what it comes down to. Instead of competing, MTV threw in the towel. They didn't have to. They could have adapted. They could have managed. They could have, because they were always catering to the younger generation. And instead of competing for the younger generation's viewership against TikTok, they didn't want to. They actually ruined it. It was only ridiculous. Now, it was like 100 hours of ridiculousness. I mean, that was weird. Nothing new. It's Romeo. It's Oddity 4.1. Oddity 4.1, the rhythm in the valley. It's Romeo. All right, so MTV is gone. That's what I heard. Now I'm learning that maybe it's just the music portion of it's gone. But either way, MTV sucks today anyways, doesn't it? RD4254-707. Hey, good morning, Romeo. Ray to Rob here. My shows was Celebrity Deathmatch and Yo MTV Raps. Just saying, have a good day, bro. Yeah, they had some. I mean, MTV was the social media for the youth before social media. You know, real life and TRL, Total Request Live, real life. I don't remember what you're talking about. Yo, Rome, Robin Big. I love that show. Robin Big was a good show. Absolutely right. It was a really good show, but that stupid ridiculousness, is that the one that MTV was running just back to back to back because they didn't have anything new? I didn't care for that one. Hey, Rome, I remember ditching school and just watching MTV all day. That's how big MTV was. I remember putting MTV videos on in the morning and getting ready for school exactly. But that's the point. I mean, you talk about MTV, MTV could still be a station today or a channel today. They just had no innovation. They didn't know how to keep up with the times because everything MTV did today is still relevant. The shows that they had could still be relevant today. Hey, Rome, I was about 9 years old when I stayed home from school sick and came across MTV, never went back to Disney Channel. I had no business watching The Osbournes, The Real World, Boiling Point, Date My Mom, Room Raiders. Oh, TRL. Once again, MTV was really, really good. Beavis and Butthead. Yeah, I thought they were on MTV. I thought that's where they started. RD4254-7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. What's going on?
Yo, Mr. Romeo!
What's going on, man?
What's up for the morning, man? Hey, man, you know now with all the technology and everything, Mr. Romeo, kids will never know the feeling now. You remember when the Chronic 2001 album came out? And everybody was trying to buy it?
Okay.
These kids now, they ain't never gonna do that. They ain't never gonna go stand in line, go wait for an album to drop.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong
in the morning for a TV show. You know what I'm saying?
That is not the most important thing for these kids today. But okay.
Yeah, kids now these days, you know what I mean? They get the whole album before it's even dropped.
Okay. All right.
But technology has ruined a lot of fundamentals for us, from back in the day.
All right, man. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I disagree with that. Waiting in line is not a big deal. All right, 84254-7-7. Yo, Rome, Kurt Loder, and Daisy Fuentes on MTV. Rome, wasn't that show Yo Mama on MTV? I think it was. There was a show called that. The Jenny McCarthy Show. Yeah. Total Request Live. Hosted by Carson Daly. He's on the Today Show or something like that now. Somewhere named. Okay. All right. MTV Shorts. Oh, I remember those. The one called Joe's Place. It was a single guy's apartment and cockroaches all over the apartment talked and moved stuff around. He had a chick over on the couch and the cockroaches in the ceiling light were trying to throw him a condom. The best commercials were on MTV. I remember MTV Shorts. Downtown Julie Brown. Wow. Yeah, I remember Downtown Julie Brown. Yo, Rome, why ain't no one talking about Punk'd, Celebrity Deathmatch, The Real World, Cribs, Date My Mom, Parental Control, Jackass. So many good ones. I can keep going, yeah. MTV had the best shows. They really did. What do you got here? If they would have never removed their videos and music, it would still be pumping into this day. It would be. That's the problem. That's where they really screwed up. Already 42547-7. It's out of the 4.1. Out of the 4.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, Romeo. It's Jeremy.
Hey, what up, Jeremy?
Hey, so I just wanted to call in about the whole MTV thing. You know what? You're kind of right, dude. Like, back then, that's all we were kind of exposed to. It really was our social media. Getting up for school, watching some videos, getting on the bus, listening to you on the way to school. And, but you know what? Some people are always saying that they don't have that stuff no more. I've been introducing my kids to a lot of old 90s shows.
By the way, everybody is. Yeah. Jeremy, everybody is. Everybody is.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it's better for the kids. I mean, when they're young, I'm introducing them to old, like, sitcoms and maybe cartoons. It helps out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's still ways we can introduce the younger generation, but it's like you said, it's the exposure. If they're not going to do it, we can do it.
Sure. All right, man. Thanks for calling. Appreciate it.
Have a good day, bro.
I mean, I was watching I was over my friends was showing his kids, what was it, Tom and Jerry? I think they were watching Tom and Jerry, right? Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
Man, Romeo, it's sad because Raider Dave always dreamed about being on Yo MTV Raps.
Well, now you can just start a YouTube channel and you'll be more famous.
I got to settle for a TikTok reel or
there you
Instagram
go.
story.
That's there you go.
You got to give my info to Seahawk Blue. I'm waiting for him to come help me co-host.
Oh, Just go to Wasco and ask for Seahawk Lou. He's the mayor of Wasco.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna drive around today and be like, see if anybody comes out.
All you gotta do, call. He'll show up. All right.
It's a bird call. Okay.
Good morning, Doc. What's going on? Hello, Hot. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Rome? Seahawk Lou, man.
What up, Lou?
Hey, Rome. You know what? I thought MTV was a really good TV show, except when they would play that reality stuff. Man, that thing was boring.
All right, get out of here. Here. This is how you know how ignorant Seahawk Lou is. He said MTV was fine until that reality show came on. The Real World? Do you mean the one show that changed TV forever? The one show that created the Kardashians? That one show that changed television history was The Real World. That's the one show that you didn't like, huh, Seahawk Lou? You picked the one thing MTV did that changed television history and said you didn't like it. See why Seahawk Lou has no credibility whatsoever? 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. What's going on?
What's up, Romeo?
What up?
Hey, what's up? Hey, I'm from Wasco and approve that message that you just...
Seahawk Lou's a moron and no credibility whatsoever? Yeah. 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo, RD42547. What'd you say? Really, Rome? You said the Kardashians. I think The Real World could do without them. Well, boy, apparently you missed the whole conversation or the point of what I was talking about. The Real World was the first reality show on MTV that created this platform for the Kardashians, for the Real Housewives of whatever, for all of these reality shows that you've seen and watched over the last 30 years. When did it all started with The Real World. Okay, I know you guys don't know your history about anything because you're too, I don't know why you guys don't want to look it up and be educated to have so you know where something came from. But that's why the Kardashians exist, because The Real World set the stage for all of it. I mean, once again, why I always tell you people that I'm smarter than you. You'll be smarter listening to my show. It's Romeo outside 94.1. Hi, 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo, already 42547. Hey, Rome, this is Seahawk Lou. I got the same email for the 28 Olympics. If I win, I will shoot you a ticket and we can go together. Unfortunately, I've been in the virtual waiting room for 20 minutes already. Oh, look at Seahawk Lou. I didn't know Seahawk Lou could afford tickets to the Olympics. Hey, Rome, who's this? Yo, Rome, seriously, you sound like Raider Dave after the paternity test came back. It's not yours, but the Olympics? Who gets excited for the Olympics? Is this Raider Dave who sent me this? It is. See why I say these two clowns should do a podcast? The stupidity between Raider Dave and Seahawk Lou, that they're so stupid that might be just podcast gold. Radio gold, YouTube gold. That may be entertainment gold between those two morons. Who gets excited about the Olympics? I mean, everybody. I mean, who doesn't? That's what kind of stupid are you, Raider Dave? Oh, well, you're a Raider fan, but you get excited over the Raiders. The most athletic human beings on the planet competing against each other. Who gets excited over that? Exactly. But yeah, let's get excited over Derek Carr and John Gruden coming back to the Raiders or getting Mendoza as a first-round draft pick. Yeah, let's get excited over that as opposed to actual winners. How about that? How about we get excited over winners? It's Romeo. It's on 94.1. The Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Now, we've talked about this before when it comes to phones, right? I'll read you the text in just a minute. But we've talked about phone checks, right? Checking your spouse's phone, checking your partner's phone. Is it okay? A lot of you think that it's not okay. It's your own private, personal, space, so to speak. I don't know how else to say it, but that's your property. That's for you only, even not for your spouse to look at, because of a lot of things you keep on there. A lot of you will actually go the other way with it as well. Well, what are you hiding from me? Because the phone allows you accessibility to cheating in a way that you've never seen before. And a lot of people think that if you're hiding something on your phone, whether you're out, whether you're married and you're liking other women or other men's photos, or whether you're chatting or DMing or whatever the case may be. Some of you feel you need to know that. The pictures, the videos, the things that you have on your phone. Who does that belong to? Does that belong to you, or does that belong to you as a couple? You know what I'm saying? So phone check. Should you be checking your spouse's phone, your partner's phone? Is that okay? All right, 842-547-7. And now this is what somebody sent me. Yo, Rome. I was looking at my husband's phone the other day because I was looking for a number that I needed. I wasn't really trying to snoop. Okay, you weren't trying to snoop. I found a couple of videos, though. Well, if you're looking for a number, why are you in the photos and videos? Huh? You're not trying to snoop, though, right? I found some videos of cartoon characters having sex. Now, I think that's kind of strange, right? But I really shouldn't have been looking at my husband's stuff, right? But what do you think, Rome? Do I need to have a conversation with my husband? I don't know. What kind of cartoon was it? Who was having sex? I mean, I don't know. Is it that anime? Because I know there's some. Was it that weird anime type sex stuff they have? I know there's something like that. Or was it like, I don't know, Mickey Mouse? I don't know. What, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's better that he's not cheating on you, right? At least you didn't find him having sex with other women or had naked women, But what have you found? What do you guys think? Is it right? Is it wrong? What have you found? I mean, a lot of people get real touchy about their phones. I've always told you this, that people who turn their phones upside down when they set them down on set them down, if they turn them upside down, they're doing something shady that they don't want you to be in their phones, okay? But if it's your spouse, if it's your partner, should they be able to, look at your phone whenever they want? All right, 842-547-7. I would ask your partner. If you found some sort of weird, kinky cartoon sex in his phone videos, I would ask him what that's about. Absolutely. You never know. And I don't think it's a big deal that you went through his phone, to be honest with you. It's Romeo outside 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, RD 42547-7. So phone checking your spouse, your partner. Is that okay? And what have you found when you've done it? I mean, you always think of the crazy things. I think you guys always think the worst when you go through the phones, like they're cheating on you or this or that. And they may be. That's probably the most. It's probably what happens the most. So, but what do you do? I mean, is it okay? All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Romeo. I think it's an invasion of your privacy if you go through your spouse's phone. That's still yours, not theirs. So it's an invasion of privacy. That woman never should have been looking in her husband's phone. Hey, Romeo, already 42547-7. Yo, Rome, that's what she gets. When you look through your spouse's phone, you might find something that you don't want to see. So that's what she gets. Already 42547-7. Hey, Romeo, I was going through my husband's phone one time, and I found a picture of his coworker's wife. I guess he sends them to everybody. All the crew has them. Nice. So are you mad about it? It's Romeo outside 94.1. At 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo going through your spouse's phone. Do you guys think that's okay? And what have you found when you've gone through it? It doesn't have to be something that infidelity or anything like that. It could just be something that they have. I don't know. RD42547-7. Hey, Romeo, I got to tell you, I went through my husband's phone one time, And I found out he had bought some tickets for us to go to a concert at SoFi that I wanted to go to. He was doing it as a surprise for me. Wasn't even my birthday or anything like that. He was just doing it. I felt horrible when I found them. I just ruined everything. Yeah, see what I mean? You can't be going through when you find stuff, right? That's what you get, right? For going through that. All right, 842-547-7. Raider Dave is an idiot. Okay, I keep telling you guys, Raider Dave and Seahawk Lou are morons. We were talking about getting tickets to the LA Olympics, LA 28, right? And Raider Dave said that why would anybody get excited over that? And then he proceeds to text me saying, why are you trying to find a reason to go to Italy? I practice the Olympics every day running from the cops. I can't forget child support now. That's a trophy. See how stupid he is? I mean, worthy, but I'm excited about him. See how stupid he is? We're not even talking about the Winter Olympics. We're talking about the LA Olympics, which are the Summer Olympics in 2 years. That's why I can't with these guys. Do you see why I'm the guy that has the show and all of you don't? Because of this idiot. All right, 42547-7. Romeo, what do we got here? Yo, Rome, if you have to go through your spouse's phone, why even be with a person? If there's no trust, why would you be in that relationship? I don't settle when dating and date for longer, really get to know the person and see their real intent with you and your feelings. Because that's why. Because I said so. I will say this, the reason, and I get what you're saying, but you're 100% wrong in the society we live in today. You can't trust people, okay? So you can, but it doesn't matter how long you've been with somebody. They may do you dirty in a way that you don't like. And they may not even know they're doing it. But no, you're wrong. You have to protect your relationship. Absolutely, you have to protect your relationship. Because that's the world we live in. Somebody's always trying to take what's yours. You know? I don't know. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, Hot 842-547-7. Yo, Rome. If he doesn't want me going through his phone because it's his property, then he better not expect me to do his laundry since that's his property also. That's some logic for you, bro. That's some logic. She's that's pretty good. What do you guys think? You think it's okay to go through your partner's phone? I mean, it is. You know, everybody has different opinions on it. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, bro.
Hey, what's up?
I only caught the last thing about protecting your relationship, and you're right. I don't know what else, but in that part, if I see my man being extra, sexy and everything, I start feeding him more food.
Okay.
Gotta go ahead and keep him in a certain shape where I still love him any shape, but, gotta get the women away from him.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Gotta keep him just the right amount of fluffy.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, that's not what we're talking about, in a sense that there are a lot of women out there that like fluffy guys, especially if they're good men with jobs and take care of business. Fluffy does not matter anymore. Already 42547-7, but it does. It is 100%. I am right about protecting your relationship. There's a difference between being, insecure and just protecting your relationship. There's a difference between being jealous and toxic and just looking out for your relationship, looking out for yourself and your relationship. You guys, anytime you say, oh, well, I got to check my relationship. I got to make sure everything's good. So, you think, oh my God, that's totally wrong. No, it's not. Oh, you don't trust me. Well, can I trust you all the time? Can you trust your partner all the time? That's the thing you don't even understand. Maybe your partner does things when they drink too much, So shouldn't you be there with your partner out drinking? If there's a lot of reasons to protect your relationship that don't necessarily mean you don't trust somebody and or that you're jealous and or that you just, All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome. Let's see. Her being able to get into his phone means he trusts her with this password. She's 100% valid. She's 100% invading his privacy. No, you're not. I think you guys are, well, that's all right. You guys, you know what? Listen to the other people. Listen to the people that say, oh, no, just let your spouse do whatever the heck they want. Just trust them. And then when you get cheated on, call me and I'll help you. I'll help you through it, okay? I'll explain to you why you screwed up. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, so when it comes, the lady said she was going through her husband's phone, found some cartoon something, and she was asking about going through it. Is it okay? It's okay. I think it's okay. I don't have a problem with it. Why would you have a problem with the person you chose to spend the rest of your life with going through your stuff? Why would that bother you? You know? All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Romeo, are you one of those people that thinks you're supposed to share everything once you get married? I mean, why not? Why wouldn't you share everything? Why? I mean, yeah. The thing about relationships that's kind of crazy. Oh, hold on, Rome. It's only okay for a female to go through their man's phone, but if a man does it, he's the one cheating. Yeah, I agree with that female logic. But if she doesn't allow you to go through her phone, or she gets up, then you know it's time to roll. It's time to get out. You know, when you go back to sharing everything, then why did you get married? If you're not willing to share everything, why did you get married? Why did you settle down? That's the one question you need to ask yourself. Now, remember, listen how I'm saying this. If you're not willing to share everything, why would you settle down in a relationship? Because you never know. Sometimes some partners don't care. Some partners or spouses don't really want to go through your stuff. They don't really care where you're going. They just want to know out of respect, right? But if you're hiding something from your spouse in your phone and you use the justification, well, you got to trust me, or somebody uses that justification, if I have to go through someone's phone, then that means I shouldn't be with them. That is more about you than that other person. Like the last person. What are you hiding that you don't want anybody to see what you have on your phone? Because you're the guilty party. People always say that. Well, you can trust me, but if I have to go through this, if I have to go through your phone and I can't trust you, then I don't want to be with you. Or if someone has to go through my phone because they don't trust me, then I'll never be with them. Well, what are you hiding? That's the reverse side of that. What are you hiding? And you're hiding something. Anybody that's so adamant that they start throwing around this idea is, if you don't trust me, then we shouldn't be together. You're hiding something. RD42547-7. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. RD42547-7. Yo, Romeo, my wife looks through my phone. She sees all my porn on there. You know, us Niner fans got a lot of porn on our phones. They don't call it Bang Bang Niner Gang for nothing. It's Niner Nick. You know what I found out, by the way? Speaking of having porn on your phone. And it's amazing to me how many of you guys are willing to share photos of either your girlfriend, which makes sense, or your wife. That's the one that doesn't make sense to me. I have seen or heard of more stories of guys who work with other guys and having pictures of each other's wives naked on their phone. You know, I guess everybody's a swinger now, but that's what's crazy to me. RD42547-7. Good morning, Tom. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Romeo? Hey, I hear you on that. Because if you're with your significant other, right? I mean, y'all been doing everything that under the sun, and all of a sudden they want to be private about something. Yeah, because doubt creates doubt, right?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
all right.
for sure.
All right, thanks for calling. Later. I mean, you ain't lying. But the problem with it comes down to this. If you have to justify trust, then somebody's doing dirt. If you're so hung up on the fact that if you don't trust me, or if I have to check this, then we shouldn't be together. Yeah. If you're hung up on that, you got trust issues. That's on you. That means you got some dirt that you're hiding. All right, 842-5477. Yo, Rome. You were talking about the pictures of the naked wife a couple of weeks ago. I got to the office and I was going through my phone and I found some photos of my wife. She took some naked selfies for me that I had no idea she put on my phone. Let me tell you, Rome, it was quite exciting, but it was something that had never happened before. Now, I've been with my wife for 22 years, and you can imagine my shock when I saw that. I didn't know that she would do that. Well, now you're just calling the brag? It's out 84.1.